Hey guys, welcome to the last section in Unit 6. Today we're talking about finding and using the discriminant, which little do you know, you actually know what that is, to find your roots.
So the discriminant is is b to the second minus 4 times a times c, which is underneath the actual square root itself, aka junk under the trunk.
So when you have your quadratic formula right here, the b squared minus 4ac, so like as Mr. Pendergree said, so to speak, the junk under the trunk is what we're working with today.
So then we need to know how many solutions does the equation have. So when we look at our b to the second minus 4ac, and then we look at the other column which says number real solutions of x-intercepts. If it's positive, if that stuff comes out positive, it's 2 solutions. If it's 0, it comes out as 1. And if it's negative, there is no solution.
Alright, so what that means graphically, if you have a positive result, so b squared minus 4ac comes out to be a positive number. It doesn't have to be anything special. It could be anything from 1 to whatever. Then that means that you're going to have a graph that is, whether it be opening up or opening down, it doesn't matter. But what we've got is that it's going to cross the x-axis at 2 different points. If it's one real solution, then that means that whether it opens up or opens down, it's going to have one solution. In other words, that graph is going to, at its vertex, touch the x-axis. It's like it bounces off, and we'll talk more about that next unit. Then, if it has 0 real solutions, it means it has 2 complex solutions. And I know we haven't talked about complex numbers, but those are your imaginary numbers. And what's going to happen is it's going to be something like this. It's going to be floating either above or below the axis, where it never actually gets low enough or high enough to cross over that axis. So let's talk examples. So if I need to find the discriminant and then identify how many solutions or type of solutions there are, the first thing I need to do is identify my a, b, and c like I do when I do the quadratic formula. In this case, a is 4, b is negative 4, and c is 7. So when I find b squared minus 4ac, that's negative 4 squared minus 4 times a times c. So negative 4 squared is 16, and 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 7, I'm going to go a different way. 4 times 7 is 28. I double 28, I get 56. I double 56, I get 112. So I can already see that it's going to be negative, because it's like saying I only have 16 bucks and what I want costs 112, which means that I am 96 short, so negative 96. So what that means is we have 0 real or 2 complex solutions. You don't need to necessarily put in the 2 complex, but it is nice that you can recognize that. All right, next one. Here we've got our c term on the wrong side. So we need to get it over to the other side by adding 9. So what I really have is x squared minus 6x plus 9. So that means my a is 1, my b is negative 6, and my c is 9. So when I do b squared minus 4 times a times c.
Mr. Carlson, please dial 3702. Thank you.
When I simplify this, negative 6 squared is 36. And then we've got minus 4 times 1 is 4 times 9 is 36. So we got 36 minus 36, which is 0. So then that means I have 1 real solution. All right, last example I got for you. This is a real quick lesson today. We got 2x squared plus 4x plus 1. A is 2, B is 4, C is 1. when I do b squared minus 4 times a times c, 4 squared is 16, 4 times 2 is 8, times 1 is 8, so minus 8. This is positive 8. That means I have 2 real solutions. And that's it. So I've got for you 2 you try problems. Go ahead, identify A, B, and C, put them into b squared minus 4ac, and get that discriminant, and tell me what that means as far as how many and what type of solutions there are. And as always, make sure you write those summaries and bring your questions with you to class.